Good morning, students. Hope you all are good. Today we are going to start our topic Animal Kingdom. That means Kingdom Animalia. So, students, what is an animal? Kingdom Animalia is divided into two major groups, invertebrates and vertebrates. Invertebrates are those which do not have their vertebral column. That means they do not have their backbone. Vertebral column means backbone. And also they are further classified in phylums. 8 phylums are included in invertebrates. And vertebrates are those which have a vertebral column, that means which have their backbone. And they are further categorized in the 5 classes. So let us discuss about the phylums. First phylum is phylum Porifera. So in phylum Porifera, sponges are included. So these are multicellular animals, and this belongs to phylum Porifera, and it bears spore, and they are asymmetrical and do not have a body cavity. So students, they lack well-developed organ system, and they have a hollow body, and the outer surface of the body is covered with pores. Adult sponges do not move around, they do not move from place to place, and they feed by pulling water into the pores of their bodies and filtering out food particles. And they have specialized collar cells that move water and digest food. So students, these are characteristics of sponges, and these sponges are the examples of phylum Porifera. Next phylum is phylum Cnidaria. Cnidarians are included in this phylum. They are aquatic animals and is squeezed by the cnidocytes. Cnidocytes are stinging cells, and they use these stinging cells to poison and capture prey. So students, earlier cnidarians were grouped together with other types of organisms under the phylum of Coelenterata. So cnidarians have some characteristics. The phylum Cnidarians include jellyfish, corals, sea anemones, and hydra. These are the examples. They have radial symmetry and do not have a body cavity. And also cnidarians have differentiated cells that are organized into 2 layers of tissues and nerves that are a form of network. So many cnidarians have a specialized stinging cells called cnidaria or cnidocytes. Okay, and these stinging cells helps to capture food or prey, and also they defend themselves by using this. Next phylum is Platform. Platform's phylum is Platyhelminthes. So students, these platforms are included in phylum Platyhelminthes. Platforms are simplest animals having bilateral symmetry. They have a sac-like gut but no body cavity, and also they digest food in the gastrovascular cavity. So students, their digestive system has only one opening, which is used for both ingestion and egestion. And most organisms belonging to this phylum, that means phylum Platyhelminthes, live as the parasites on other animals. Parasites are those which cause various diseases. Next phylum is phylum Nematoda, in which roundworms are included. Members of phylum Nematoda are called roundworms, and roundworms are simplest animals which a complete gut that runs from the mouth to anus. Okay, so they are elongated, cylindrical, thread-like, tapering at both ends, and their body has an outer covering called cuticle, which also lines the digestive system and body opening. Next phylum is phylum Annelida. Earthworms belong to phylum Annelida. All annelids have body that are divided into individual segments. Okay, so they have segmented body, and annelids have bilateral symmetry and true body cavity. So they have true body cavity, that is digestive system in most annelids comprises a straight tube with a mouth and an anal opening. So this is phylum Annelida. Next phylum is phylum Mollusca. So students, snails, clams, squids are all the members of phylum Mollusca. Mollusca bilateral symmetry and about true body cavity. Okay, most of them have a specialized feeding structure. This is known as radula, and The body of a mollusk typically has a food, gut, mantle and shell. Okay. Next phylum is phylum Arthropod. Phylum Arthropoda. So students, in this phylum, insects, spiders, crustaceans such as lobsters and crabs, all these are included in phylum Arthropoda. These are the examples. Arthropoda have segmented bodies, joint limbs and exoskeleton. Exoskeleton is the outer covering, and they have a tough exoskeleton made up of substance called chitin. And like annelids, arthropod bodies are segmented. Some segmented form 3 distinct regions: a head, a thorax and abdomen. These are arthropods. Next, last phylum is phylum Echinoderms. So students, the phylum Echinoderms includes starfish, sea urchins and sea cucumbers. These are the examples of echinoderms. Echinoderms have radial symmetry, a body cavity, internal skeleton and spiny skin. And it has a specialized water vascular system. The water vascular system is a network of fluid-filled canals connected to hundreds of tiny tube-like feet. So students, they have tube feet and it helps them in feeding, respiration and attaching themselves to surfaces. So students, these are our phylums, and phylums are finished. Now we will discuss about the vertebrates. Vertebrates, I have already told you, vertebrates are those which have backbone. Okay, and they all, that means the vertebrates fall under the phylum Chordata, which comprises all animals that have a notochord. Notochord means backbone. And notochord is a road flexible tissue running from the head to the tail. Okay, so students, vertebrates are divided into 5 classes. First one is fish. Fish means class Pisces. Fish are included in class Pisces. Okay, so all fish may have bony skeleton as in trouts and crabs, or cartilaginous skeleton as in sharks. Okay, so they were the first vertebrates and evolved about 500 million years ago. There are 3 classes of fish living today: jawless fish, cartilaginous fish and bony fish. Okay, they have a streamlined body and fins, and most fish have a body covered with scales. We know that fish breathe with the help of gills, and also fish lay eggs, and fish are cold-blooded. But what are cold-blooded? Cold-blooded animals are those which changes their body temperature with the temperature of their surrounding. Okay, next class is amphibia. Amphibians are included. Okay, so most of them can swim and lay their eggs in water. Okay, so they have ectothermic smooth-skinned vertebrates such as frogs, salamanders, and usually hatch as an aquatic larva with gills. So young toads and frogs called tadpoles, and adult frogs and toads do not have tails or gills. All amphibians have a naked, slimy skin. They are cold-blooded. Next class is birds, and also known as apes. So birds are warm-blooded animals. They have wings. They can fly, and they have air cavity in their bones. So this makes their skeleton light and helps them fly. Okay, and also birds lay eggs. Next one is mammals. Mammalia class. Mammals are endothermic vertebrates that have mammary glands. Okay, mammary glands. And mammary glands are organs that produce nutritious fluid called milk. Okay, that means like mother feed their young ones. So mammals are warm-blooded. All mammals have hair on their body, and they have external ears and nose. And they breathe through their lungs. And yes, mammals give birth to babies, except platypus and echidnas. They lay eggs. Okay, they are egg-laying mammals. The earliest true mammals appeared over 200 million years ago. So students, one more class is there, that is class Reptilia. Reptilia means creep or crawl. Okay, lizards, tortoise, turtles, crocodiles, snakes, alligators are all reptiles. Their body is covered with scales, and they may be aquatic or terrestrial. They have limbs such as lizards, crocodiles, and turtles use these to walk or swim. And also, most reptiles lay eggs with leathery shells. Reptiles are also cold-blooded. So these are 5 classes of vertebrates. So students, this is kingdom Animalia. Okay, so if you have any doubt, then you can ask me anytime. Okay, thank you so much, students.